Hello, this is Mike with Trike, Mike, Texas. I'm a veteran of the United States Navy submarine force. I was on a nuclear-powered submarine during the Cold War. Well, look at this. Not riding a Trike today, but you really can't beat this stuff. Of course, I used to be underneath this stuff. We're in the Atlantic Ocean right now. Actually, I was in the Pacific, but I'm here to tell you a sea story. So, when a hurricane or a typhoon, depending on the part of the world you're in, same thing, come into play, they scramble all the ships out to sea. If you're in port, you're sent out because they don't want the ships banging up against the docks. It's hard on the ships, it's hard on the docks. So, being in Guam during a typhoon in early '88, we were scrambled out to sea. And, of course, for a submarine, the Marianas Trench runs right by Guam. It's the deepest part of the ocean. We just basically went off the coast and sank, dropped down into the trench. And all the other surface ships in the base, they had to go miles and miles out of the way, hundreds of miles, just to avoid this typhoon. So a submarine, you got to come up every 6 hours or so and let, I don't know, the Navy know you're still around, you're still alive, so they don't come looking for you. You come up, basically get your messages, say hello, and they say, okay, you're good, and move along. They know that you're okay. So what we did is, we tried to come up to periscope depth and up to send our messages, and we come up to 400 feet, and the boat's doing this number. And the captain said, oh, hell no. We're not going to do that. And I went back down. Tried every few hours, tried to keep coming up. Nothing, So the seas were that rough, that low underwater because of a hurricane. Once we finally did get up to where we could send our messages, they weren't happy that they haven't heard from us in a while, but of course they didn't send any rescue parties because, it's a hurricane. They couldn't really do it anyway. But, I'm sure the captain had some words, but he had a good excuse too. So, it gets pretty rough down there at 400 feet, even in a hurricane. But normally it's, not so bad when you're down that deep. It's like sitting in your house. That's the end of the sea story.